Of course, you can make your composition as advanced as you want. If you add in, say, outboard hardware, VST instruments, additional samples, scratches, live instrumentation, you can really build a complex composition. Using my motif rack, I'm going to add a quick bass line. Using literally the same recording method that we used to bring our sample into ACID, I'm going to record a quick bass line to my composition. Now remember, all you need to do is have your keyboard output somehow connected to your computer's input. I'm using the exact same type of cable that I used from my turntable and DJ mixer. I've chosen a bass sound on the motif that I think is appropriate with the composition. As I recorded my ACID composition, I'll be able to hear what I've created thus far, and thereby be able to play my bass notes to match the sample's notes. Now that I've recorded my bass line into ACID, I can view it as a new record take. I can cut off using the eraser tool the excess silence and drag my bass line to the starting point of my composition. If you are having trouble with your composition's tempo or rhythm, you can turn on the Metronome feature that's available in versions 5 and 6, I believe. By turning the Metronome feature on, the program will actually indicate where the quarter notes are in your composition. You hear that click? That's the metronome. You'll also notice that the downbeat in the metronome is sounded by a much louder click. So useful. What's next? If you want to get more advanced with your sampling and, say, create a sound reminiscent of DJ Premiere where you cut up a sample into different parts and rearrange it, you can do so with ease with Sony ACID. One method is the chopper. You find the chopper in ACID by going to View and selecting Chopper. The chopper will cut your sample into pieces for you. All you need to do is select a particular piece and hit the Insert key, and that piece is inserted into your composition. Another method of achieving the very same effect is by zooming in very closely onto the grid. Once you've zoomed in closely, you can isolate parts of the sample and cut them yourself. Drum programming can also get pretty advanced with ACID. For example, that very popular sounding drum roll that you hear with a lot of the 808 snares, I'll show you how to do it with ACID. The method that I use, programming drums with one-shots, is pretty effective in achieving this sound. I'll give you this beat as an example. Do you hear that drum roll at the beginning? That was achieved by programming individual snares and then pitching them up as they progressed. I created two separate tracks of the same snare. I did this in order to pan the two snares in different channels. Different channels are either left or right stereo channels, so if you're wearing headphones and I've panned this drum all the way to the left, for example, you will only hear the drum in the lefternmost side of your headphones. What I did with these drums is panned one track a little to the left and one a little to the right. This is how it sounds. Now you can hear it in the overall composition. Now you've seen how to use Sony ACID to create a pretty basic sample-based hip-hop beat. future video lessons, if they pay me to make them, will include some more advanced techniques within ACID, including mastering, mixing down, rendering, panning, etc. I hope you learned something. I learned a lot about video production and how bad I am at it. But it's my second video ever, so thanks for bearing with me. Now I'm gonna do something that I apologize in advance for. Script, because I figured, oh, I'll just wing it. Yeah. Look at me, I'm winging it. I'm gonna sell your family life insurance, but I'm gonna make it fun. Alright kids, gather around. Can you stop for a second?
Hip hop music is good.